There's a new place to go for local high school graduates who want to make headway on jobs and education. Located at Ruggles Station in Roxbury, the Connection Center offers outreach and referrals to opportunities. The center is supported by the Boston Opportunity Youth Collaborative and the Private Industry Council in partnership with the city and community agencies. To tell us more is our guest from the center, the success coach, Emmanuel Knaggs. Thank you very much for being with us, Emmanuel.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
First of all, explain the center a little bit more. I said high school grads, but I guess it could mean maybe almost grads too.
Yeah, no, it's basically for people that have a high school diploma, a GED from the past, or a high set now, and they just don't know where to go, what's the next step to get to where they want to go. Because I was one of those youths, like when I went to my school and I kind of fell off track, I didn't know where to go. So at that time, there was nobody to point me to the right direction. So I got kind of lost in the journey of life. So now we have this center to help people find their way back.
In your case, what was that interval like? How long were you off track?
I was off track for 10 or 11 years. I was off track.
That's a long time to be off track.
Yeah, I just was very uncertain about life. I just worked dead-end jobs, wasn't sure what I wanted to do as a career. It was just jobs, anything to like help provide for myself. You know, I wasn't thinking about a career. I was way off track on that. I didn't even think I would ever make it to college.
Now, further back, you get into one of the exam schools in Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
So this kid has something, and so 10, 11 years later, what finally turned the light on for you?
Me being incarcerated, like learning how important I was to my family, to my little brother and my mom. So I had to make a conscious decision, like, you know, you can't live like this. You have a family that you have to help. You know, you doing what you're doing, you're not helping them. You're not helping yourself. You're not even a productive person in society. That kind of hit me one day, and I just said, you know what? When I get out, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I gotta get back on track. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I made a conscious decision to hit that track back.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people out there, whether they get in trouble with the law or not, they just could be stuck in a rut. They might not see any strong indication that they have potential. So what's the next step that you're with?
Basically, when they come to the center, we basically talk about what's their passions, what exactly is a job that they would like to do that would make them happy. From there, we try to find the right program, whether it's a certificate or a trade or a degree, whichever way they want to go. We help them all through that process. And once they get there, we don't just, okay, go over here. No, we take them over there like a soft handoff. Make sure there's a good relationship between them and the program that they want to go to. So that's what gets them like a little bit better on their track, and then they start seeing what they want to do. Like I have one student, she's about to do free CNA training, and then after that she's going to do medical assistant. She wants to get into phlebotomy, so I'm helping her along finding the right programs, the right funding, because we don't want them to think about finances like, okay, I have to get this money. If I don't have this money, I can't go to school, because I once thought like that. I didn't have no money. I came from a poor family, so I said, oh, college isn't for me. And 10 years later, like, you know, I realized about FAFSA, the Pell Grants, and everything like that. I didn't know anything about that.
Well, one thing I imagine with the people you're describing is that they don't need just one good 15-minute meeting, because they could be very enthused for 30 minutes, but the next day they need something else. They need some kind of personal connection to keep them moving.
No, and that's why like we have like company phones for the Connection Center, so they can call us at any given time. I like checking on them like twice a week. If they're in a program, I even talk to the program coordinator, and the program coordinator will tell me how they're doing. So that's how I always check on them.
I think another thing I can imagine going on here is that, well, people might say, look, I'm motivated, I believe I have some potential, but I have quarry issues. What can you do for that kind of a person?
Okay, because I use myself as an example, because I had a quarry, but I didn't let it like stop me. I tell them my story and how when I got out, I just wanted a job, like a good job, and go to school. So what I did was I went knocking on every door. I sent my resume in. I said, listen, this is my situation. If you're willing to give me a shot, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I sent that email to like about 20 employers. I just didn't stop. I didn't let the quarry stop me, because I think sometimes it's a mindset. People will think that, like I've met students that say, I got a quarry, so I can't really go to school. I can't, it's gotten to that point where people think they can't even go to college because of a quarry. And I'm like, no, like I got a quarry and I'm in school. I'm studying computer science and mechanical engineering. So it's like, it's never too late. You know, as long, if it's something like healthcare, now I know with a quarry you can't get in there. depending on what you did. If it's a felony, you can't get in there. And I tell them the realities of the quarry and what they want to get to if they say healthcare. I have to provide them with all that information and try to find an alternate route for them, another career that they would love.
It must give people a certain amount of confidence. They walk into a center, meet someone like you, and they can see themselves in you. Does that make a difference, you think?
Yes. It really does, because when they meet me and they see how I'm able to tell my story comfortably, and I'm just using it as an instrument to help them see a different light. Because to me, honestly, now I see Boston as a bigger place now, because I was stuck mentally inside of an inner city neighborhood. Now, ever since I started doing all these things, it's like the world has gotten so much bigger for me. And it's like, wow, I did not know half of these things existed. So when I tell them this, now they're like, okay, now I'm willing to give this a shot. If you went this far, I want to give it a shot and see how far I've gone. And the couple students that I have got placed into programs, they feel like that, and now they're running with confidence.
Well, this center is not too difficult to find. You're in Ruggles Station, so tell me a little more in detail about where to find the door.
Yeah, inside Ruggles Station, downstairs on the Forsyth Street side for Northeastern. It's right down there. Before you exit the station, it's on the left. It says Strive, because Strive has let us use their building. Great.
And is there any phone number or web place we should
Yeah, the phone number is 617-637-8504, and the email is eknaggs@xcelEducation.org. So Knaggs@xceleducation.org.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
From the Connection Center, Emmanuel Knaggs.
Thank you.
In a moment, a boxing benefit to help a family in need. But first, this message.